Sweden's Norrsken Foundation, which is a co-working space and investment fund based in Stockholm, which unveiled its tech fund and entrepreneurship hub in Rwanda, citing the need to support ventures across the region, as it was noted in an exclusive interview with the managing director of Norrsken Kigali, Pascal Murasira, had with our colleague Adams Kwizera.
Challenges anyway, any endeavor you take. But as entrepreneurs, we prefer to see those challenges as opportunities. So historically, Africa is perceived as a risky area to invest in, but also that is a massive opportunity to anyone who takes that first step. And we have all the factors, like from demographics, from the fact that it is an underserved region, that in itself creates opportunities for investors. So in our case, we never really encountered any big challenges.
Sure.
The only challenge, what I can call a challenge, is that when we were starting to build here, COVID fell on us, and the pandemic, of course, had its own consequences from the supply chains, from lockdowns, but still that did not deter us. And so far, the majority of what we are seeing are just opportunities and very few challenges. And we are lucky to be in a country where regulation, the business environment is conducive for investors. So it's mostly opportunities and very little challenges here and there, but that is normal in business.
Well, speaking on the Norrsken's impact on the Rwandan tech hubs and startups as well, because you even have so many startups here at Norrsken. What is the impact of Norrsken Kigali in this tech hub sector and ecosystem as well?
So, of course, we are still a very young organization. That's why you saw yesterday we were actually being officially inaugurated by His Excellency, the President of Rwanda. But the majority, the impact we are most proud of are the people. So, more than 1,200 people that call this space home. On a typical day, we have between 1,000 and 1,500 people. So, not just members, but also the guests, like people that come to events, people that come to network and really get to meet the right people they need to be able to grow and scale their businesses. So that so far has been the biggest impact, followed by the fact that we are seeing more capital coming into entrepreneurs. We were checking the numbers recently. This year, the members at Norrsken have been able to raise more than 40 billion francs, so about $35 million. And that's something we're very proud of, because even though like globally capital is becoming more difficult to access, but in Rwanda we're actually seeing a positive trend, which is something that we are very proud to have contributed to one way or another.
Interesting, and this got me to this question. Can you please share some success stories of Norrsken supported startups, if you have any?
Of course, there are some that are not. I'm not allowed to announce publicly, because that's up to entrepreneurs. But we have some that have already been announced. For example, we have a company that recently raised $18 million. They are mostly active in the Great Lakes region. We have even in the younger startups that were founded 1-2 years ago that have raised more than $1 million in funding. So these are very encouraging entrepreneurial ventures that are based here. And some of those entrepreneurs were able yesterday to meet His Excellency, the President of Rwanda, and share some of their journeys, like how did they develop from the time they arrived here until the time until now, and also what the plans are for the future, which is all quite exciting. Of course, we have some others that are still quite young, they're just at the idea stage, and we're very proud to have members here, organizations based here at Norrsken, that can support entrepreneurs from that stage, like when you just have an idea to when you're raising millions of dollars.
Well, before concluding this discussion with the managing director of Norrsken Kigali, Pascal, How is Norrsken Kigali is now working to bridge the gap between the tech ecosystem here in Rwanda and wider the country's economy as well?
Well, simply saying, it's all about access to capital. So the infrastructure is good, it's helpful, it's having its own impact, but ultimately the end goal is to have more investors coming to support the entrepreneurs here. Because we have a lot of entrepreneurs, a lot of young people with brilliant ideas, but without capital, it's hard for them to implement those ideas and to scale them. So the gap we're trying to bridge is on access to capital for entrepreneurs.
Last question. What are your thoughts on the future of technology on this continent, particularly, let's say, here in Rwanda?
So my dream is to see Kigali becoming the place where African tech meets. Like as part of what you can see today with the Norrsken Africa Week, we're having entrepreneurs from all over the continent meeting investors from all over the world. So we hope that this is something that we can continue to do, not just as Norrsken, but more as an ecosystem, as Kigali, as the country. But also hope to see more successful entrepreneurs that build businesses and become big, and also they become investors later when they start having a better, more wealth.
Yes, that was Pascal Marcel, who was with us in tonight's news bulletin, and we hope he explored more on this Norrsken Kigali house, which was inaugurated yesterday. As I started saying, it was graced by His Excellency Paul Kagame. Then, Marcel, I will say thank you for being with us.
Thank you for having me.
All right, thank you.